Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let me talk about Valiant comic books, because Valiant is going to be doing a Faith Hubert movie. So yes, Faith Hubert is getting a movie. Why? I don't know why. And I think it's supposed to be a reboot, because after Bloodshot failed at the box office with Vin Diesel, I wonder why. Oh, right, you didn't make him look like Bloodshot. Like, I just don't understand. Like, you have what these characters look like, and instead of making them look like the characters, you do the complete opposite. There was no white skin, there was no red, there was no tight black shirt with a red circle at all. There was barely any guns on the character at all, and you wonder why the character failed. Because first off, the character's not bald, so I don't even understand why the hell you even thought Vin Diesel was a good idea for the character anyway. You know what I mean? He was basically playing Dom, just in this universe, but apparently it's another. This is going to be another reboot, and they're going to do Faith Hubert, aka Zephyr, who is a fictional superhero character from the Valiant comic books, and she was created by Jim Shooter and David Lapin, and she's a member of the Herbert Renegade, who primarily appears in Valiant Herbert series. So my thing is, the character was created in 1992, but the problem is this character is morbidly obese, right? But she has the powers of flight, a companion feel, and telekinesis. Well, yeah, of course she has companion feel, because her big ass needs protection, I guess. But my thing is, you're starting off a universe where a character who is a recurring character in a group thing, and you're going to try to make her a solo character before the group dynamics that she was in. Because without the Haybridge, without the Haybridge Renegades, this character doesn't make sense for her to have a solo movie. You haven't introduced Bloodshot properly, Ninjax at all. You haven't even introduced how you say his name? God dang it! I'm always getting his name. I'm always getting his name wrong. But let me make sure I say his name right, because I'm always getting that guy's name wrong. No. Why am I drawing a blank on the? Oh Lord, it's called. Yes, Exo Man of War. Exo Man of War is like your intro to the universe, I believe. I don't know if he was the first character, but for most people, when they think of the Valiant universe, they think of Exo Man of War, then they think about Ninjax, and then they think about Bloodshot, and then Haybridge Renegades, and then Archer and Armstrong, all of those characters, and then maybe Faith. And it was kind of crazy, because they think because they gave Faith a solo run, which didn't even sell well. It was like one of the lowest rating comic book of all time. And you wonder why, because nobody wants to see a morbidly obese superhero. They really don't. And I already know they're only doing it because it can be like, oh look, diversity, inclusion reasons. But it's just kind of dumb. Like, she's fat as fuck. Like, seriously, she's fat as fuck, and you expect me to believe that a morbidly obese girl is going to be able to save the day and stuff like that. I get Jim Shooter and them, they drew her or whatever, but I mean, compared to what she originally looks like, she was okay, but she wasn't big as hell. But they kind of made her like really huge. Like in the 90s, she was a little bit big, but she wasn't like, oh my god, big. Now she's like, yeah, like she was like a little bit heavier set. But now they took that thing and they ran with it, and they literally made her like morbidly fucking obese. And I'm talking about, like, she is huge. She got no neck, double chin, and everything. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, why the hell did you think that was a good idea for the character? Because I know right now that I'm talking about it, I bet you nobody knows this character, and I bet if anybody do know, they was like, oh, the morbidly obese hero who got a solo run that lasted what by between 2015 and 2016. It's just weird. It is weird that they thought that that was a good idea, and this is your intro to the Valiant universe. No, I'm sorry. That's not a good look. Like, do you want people to read this book, or don't you? So basically, the Valiant Cinematic Universe, the VCU, is set up to grow at Paramount as female superhero project Faith has found its writer. The live action version of Faith is in early development. Haimbridge, a title that is also part of the VCA, remains in development, as Haimbridge is a set directed by Paul Downs and of Cazillos. Brittany runs a marathon and LFE, and will feature Faith as a protagonist. Veteran writer Emily Carmine will pen Faith. The writer's portfolio includes Pacific Rim Uprising, Jurassic World Dominion, and Adventures of Lindo and ISIS. Yeah, movies that didn't do well and people hated all of these movies. But no, let's give it to this. Let's give it to her. Like, y'all fell upwards so much that it makes absolutely no sense. Like, and it made me confused. They were like, I don't know why this fails. I don't know why this, like, when they do stuff like this, they always confused about, they don't understand why the backlash or whatever. You get a person who wrote movies that didn't do well and people didn't really like. I think Jurassic World Dominion did okay, but it could have did better. But it's just like, people didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't, I don't understand. But basically, Faith Hubert, superhero named Zephyr, is a heroine with the ability to fly and bring others along. Her alter ego, Summer Smith, works as a Los Angeles-based journalist, complete with glasses and a red wig. um, they said Neil Morez and Toby Jafferin are producing for original films, and Dan Mazzini is producing for Valiant Entertainment. Through Paramount has not confirmed if the live-action version will be plus-size. The cartoon version depicted a plus-size heroine, so the film should cast a plus-size actor. It will be marked the first major live-action plus-size hero. But that's what I'm saying. See, you see how they said that? It's because if you look at the original 1992, she wasn't even that damn heavy. She was a stocky girl, but not morbidly obese. Let's not say plus size. No, she's morbidly fucking beast. That's what the hell it is. Faith was created in 1992, and the heroine is known for a strong moral compass and has remained true to her original concept 3 decades later. And in 2006, she was featured in her first solo comic book series. Oh, I'm sorry. It was 2016 and 2017 for her solo run. My bad, guys. Which won an Eisner Award for Best New Series. Which, nowadays you can buy that shit. But my thing is, before you even get to Faith, you need to make sure you get the Haimbridge right. The Haimbridge Renegades right. Because in order to... Because Faith will have to be a spinoff of that movie. If that movie it's not even got a writer yet, or even casting or anything, but yet you're over here talking about, oh, we got a writer and we're the movie's in production right now. Like, really? First, let's get your other characters together. You know what I'm saying? Let's get EXO, let's get Ninjas, let's get Bloodshot correct. Your 3 Trinity members of the Valiant universe. If you ask me, that's what they are. They are definitely the Valiant universe comic book characters. I mean, it is what it is. You need a Geomancer, maybe. Let's see what another characters that they could definitely use that we can probably see up in the Valiant universe. They got Shadow Man, definitely Shadow Man. You definitely want to have that one. You want to have Stronghold. You want to get Quantum. I think Quantum, that black guy, right? Oh, Quantum and Woody. Yeah, you definitely want to get Quantum and Woody. There's a black guy. I forgot what's his name. He was a really cool character. You want to get these characters first, and then let me see. What was it? What's the team? Because there's a team. The Haimbridgers. If any character from the Haimbridgers probably need to, like, be a solo character, it should be like I will probably say you would probably want like maybe Charlie Dubrin, because since he's pyrokinetic, it will make way more sense. I think he's like the character that you see on the cover. Hold on, let me make sure I think I got him right. Just want to make sure. Make sure. Oh no, no, not her. No, it's another guy. See, I didn't even know that was Charlene. See, that's how you know my black ass don't know all of the characters. But there was a guy on the team that they kind of focused on, and I think that would be a character. Well, Charlene Flamingo actually could work, honestly, if you really think about it. So, let's see, is that the character? Nope, that's not the character. But you guys get what I'm saying though, because there's a guy that they always have in the middle. Um, let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the character. Nope, that's not him. Okay, Peter Stanchix, which is aka Sting. Yeah, that could be a good character that you can probably use, I believe. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's just you need something that looks really interesting. But like I said, those are just my kind of opinions for the characters. But I'm just kind of more interest. I mean, well, we already know why this is getting fast tracked, because of the fact that the character's morbidly obese. You want to have morbidly obese character so you can be like, oh look, diversity and inclusion. But the problem is that Faith really isn't a popular character. Like, when I mean that is like, when people talk about Valiant comic books, like average comic book, nobody really brings her up. And nobody really, and then when they gave her a solo run, a lot of comic books back in the day when Valiant had that, like, when they kind of restarted their universe and people were really getting excited about them, nobody was talking about Faith. They were talking about the group that she was in, but they wasn't talking about her. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird that they're like fast tracking it. I get it. She's a woman, and she's gonna be a boss ass bitch, and she's gonna have a drop dead gorgeous boyfriend that's gonna be into her, because for some reason every time you look at the book or every time she got a love interest, he looks like a goddamn model and she look like who done and what for and why not. And that's just real talk. Morbidly obese superhero. I just don't know how to sell that to folks. That's why the character showed up in a group book and not as a solo character, because it wouldn't have flied as a solo character. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm not shaming women in general, because some of them are gonna be like, "Oh, you're shaming women." No, I'm shaming the character that you think that you can just spin this character off without even having the Hainbridge Renegades together first. You got to have your Justice League team together first, and then see if she's good enough to be spent off on a character, because this character's solo run doesn't start until after the events of her time with the team. So just to have her start off her solo thing without going through the trials and tribulations of the Haybridge Renegades, it'll be weird, honestly. But that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, Faith Hubert, aka Zephyr, morbidly obese superhero. Are you guys excited for it? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. I can't believe it.